Innovative readiness training is an opportunity for the military to go out and get great readiness training and at the same time serve our communities. Along the way, we also build civil-military relations, which are so important to our democracy. We trained 6,690 people last year.
One of the greatest takeaways for us was just the immense bang for the buck that we got in terms of training. So for example, in a Guard medical unit, dentists and dental techs, they might see a handful of patients each drill weekend, so that's once a month. But the dentists and the dental techs that worked at Smoky Mountain Medical in 2017 saw well over 1,000 patients in the 13 days that we provided care. So the amount of training that goes into that was exceptional.
It has helped me because I am actually a logistics chief. It helps deployments because I now carry the capability of deploying gear out through other branches. These skills, I can never acquire them anywhere else other than going to combat, and I acquire them in the United States helping communities.
We learn the processes and the policies and procedures of how a different branch does things so that when we do actually go downrange for the first time in real life, we're actually more suited to working together, and it's not a big culture shock, I guess is the best way to put it.
We were able to do a survey and discover that 92% felt like they were better ready for their mission.
We had about 214 medical professionals, optometrists, dentists, physicians, and veterinarians. We saw over 5,800 patients. We provided over $1 million in medical care.
Our mission on Kauai was a medical mission. There was over 3,200 glasses fabricated, which benefited especially our elderly.
A nurse practitioner who was seeing a patient identified a heart attack in progress that the gentleman didn't know at all. He just thought he was having heart pains, and they medevaced him off of the island right away. They got him to the local hospital and medevaced him to Anchorage, and he had open heart surgery that saved his life within 24 hours.
We engaged with the Innovative Readiness Training Program in 2012, and they are helping us extend our airfield by 1,700 feet. This project is part of a multi-pronged economic development effort where we're building the infrastructure in our community to help support a fish processing plant. A fish processing facility in our community will allow for our economy to grow. It will allow for people to stay in our community and work close to their cultural roots and subsistence lifestyles.
The IRT program has been fantastic for our rural communities. I hear it, we see it, my boss sees it. They've been engaged in community activities where DoD personnel and local civilians will paint churches and build baseball diamonds and interact with one another.
We're in an era where fewer people serve in the military today than ever before. We're an all-volunteer force. In 1995, there were significantly more people who had a parent who had served in the military. That's down 40% over 2 decades. So fewer and fewer people have an opportunity to interact with or know someone who had served in the military. That's important to us because we want our citizens engaged in the national debate about how we use our military.
Initially, when my son told me he wanted to be a Marine, I was terrified. I wasn't too fond of the idea, but as we worked with the military, it's really broadened my horizons and a new appreciation for our servicemen and women and what they do for not only our village, but our nation as a whole.
And that's the kind of relationships we want to have with our citizens. We want them to know and trust us and know that we're looking out for the greater good of our citizens, whether we're deployed abroad or here at home. It makes our hearts sing to be able to serve our citizens.